Dude, do you know Gary in Indiana?
No, why should I?
I just saw an article. Gary, a city where crime keeps rising as 13,000 places sit abandoned. How many? 13,000. That's huge. Yeah, the problem is, it's really dangerous. There are car thefts, drug trafficking, burglaries, and a lot of murders.
The history must be fascinating, but wait, 13 million? We could never have explored that many.
It must be wild to see, but it's the United States.
And what's stopping us from going to the United States?
Well, nothing, we can go there.
Well, let's go. I think it's that way too. It's that way. That's crazy. What? Did you see the brand of the car? Look at the steering wheel. Yeah, we're very careful because you never know if you might run into someone, if they're well-intentioned or not, but we don't know.
To scare. Look at the ceiling in there. Dude, if that falls, you're dead.
Hello everyone, it's Gabriel and Corentin, and today we're off to discover and explore the most dangerous and most abandoned city in the United States.
You'll see in this video we're going to explore a lot of abandoned places. They're all very different with a very unique atmosphere because in very few of these places will we feel safe.
We're justified in feeling that way since it's the most dangerous US city under 100,000 people with a very high crime rate. So we're very careful once we're there.
And we're going to have a huge playground because there are more than 13,000 abandoned places. And you'll see in this video we're going to explore a lot of them. And this city we're exploring today is located south of Chicago, so we're going to hit the road and right away we're leaving with a lot of apprehension.
We are in Indiana, more precisely in the city of Gary, which is known for having an absolutely huge number of abandoned places. When we say huge, it's because this city has over 13,000 abandoned places. Is that okay for you?
That doesn't mean they're all in a crazy state, but it mostly means that it's a city with a lot of crime, since most people are leaving the city.
A city with a very interesting history, which we will tell you about as this video goes on. But actually, because of this history, today we end up with more than a third of these buildings abandoned. Since everyone has fled, they've left the city. So we're going to explore that, take a tour, discover some of the remaining buildings, the abandoned schools, hospitals, houses, and see what it's like.
It definitely promises to be a creepy place.
So, actually, you should know that we'll have to be very careful because since it's a city with a very high crime rate, you never know what could happen.
I saw the city is the most dangerous in the US among those with under 100,000 residents.
There you go, that answers the question.
In terms of danger, it's somewhat comparable to Detroit.
It's very similar to Detroit.
But Detroit has more people.
Yeah, that's it, but basically it's very comparable to the neighborhoods on the outskirts of Detroit, the suburbs really, where there were only houses. Gary is a city in Indiana that was founded by a steel company, the United States Steel Corporation. It's the largest steel company in the United States, employing up to 120,000 workers at its peak. Many Americans came to settle in this new city to work in this huge factory, and the city experienced very rapid growth, reaching almost 200,000 inhabitants in the 1960s. A city full of life, with a promising future, but nothing will go as planned. And to kick off our exploration of this city, we're starting with a pretty unusual place for an abandoned city, a school. Because unfortunately, in this abandoned city, about 10 schools have closed in recent years.
When we get to the building, we don't expect much inside because the building is completely destroyed. There are tags absolutely everywhere, but you'll see that what we discover inside really surprised us. Oh. Okay, maybe we're in for a nice surprise, man.
Are you down to check it out? Not yet.
But there are a lot of people. First of all, I think, man, that's the very first Mac model. Oh!
Yeah, it looks a lot like it. There are still things inside. Let's check. Gary Community School Corporation.
And here we've got tons and tons of equipment, man. We really have a lot of tables and a lot of chairs that have been stored here.
There's a chance we could find some nice things in this school.
We're in an old classroom.
You have to realize something about this city, which once had more than 170,000 inhabitants. In the last 10 years, they've been forced to close 21 schools. That's huge. I don't know if you realize, but 21 schools closed in this city. And here, we're really pleased with what we find in this school. And if we see so many things inside this school, it's actually because in the area, a lot of schools have closed. And this school, which was a bit more secure, was used to store all the items from the surrounding schools. And here, let's not forget,
Man, we're in unknown territory. We have to be very careful and listen for anything that might happen. Yeah.
we're going to explore one of these schools. Already we can see that there was an effort to pack things up.
Yeah, it was meant to be taken away, but it never was.
All the books are here. Wow, wow, wow. The atmosphere, what the fuck?
It would be great to find places with lockers and stuff, like in American schools.
Perhaps there was a fire there, or it's simply darker. There are still a lot of things stored here, as you can see.
Oh, the globe.
The globe is beautiful, and what's rare is that you don't usually find this in schools.
Yeah, the boards.
It's something we often look for because it gives a bit of a school atmosphere, but unfortunately it disappears very often. There are books that are still new, you know? Look. They still have a bit of dust on them, but they're new. Look at the condition it's in after all.
Yeah, it's fine, huh?
Can you believe it? Yeah, it's fine. Like, the tables are still clean. I think they were forced to do it and just couldn't afford to keep the school running. There was still enough equipment for everyone.
All these books on the floor will move into the gloomy hallways, discover the first classrooms, and continue onward. All while stressed about running into someone, since this isn't the place for that.
This school, like many others in the area, closed in the mid-2000s due to the city's inability to maintain them. A tragedy also occurred here a few years ago. 3 teenagers killed a woman because of a robbery that went wrong and dumped her body in her body, which the police found a few days later. While everything was going well for the city of Gary, the company decided to lay off 25,000 employees to keep up with the competition, and that's when the city began its downward spiral. The poverty rate started to skyrocket and became 3 times worse than the average in the United States. And it was the same for crime. There were almost twice as many violent crimes in Gary as in the rest of the country. People started to flee the city, and more places ended up abandoned. Buildings, movie theaters, churches, schools. There are currently more than 13,000 abandoned places. So Gary went from being a thriving city in the steel industry to the crime capital, and we set out to explore these abandoned places. It looks like a computer room.
There you go.
Already the smell is changing, and you can tell we're getting closer to a place where there was a previous fire, yeah. I think this might have been a computer room where each computer tower was kept. Maybe something else, I can't say for sure, but what's clear is there's still a lot left.
All over the floor. Everywhere, everywhere.
We're cautious since you never know if you'll meet someone with good intentions, but it usually works out.
It can be scary.
It's so cool.
It looks like a chemistry lab.
Yeah, but I think it's actually a woodworking workshop or something like that. Ah, well, I don't know, but if it were a chemistry lab, there would be sinks.
Yeah, workbenches, yeah.
Maybe it's actually more like manual work in general.
Yeah.
All the furniture's still here, man. Look. The sound is cool. The school's music.
Wow.
We are Glen Park Academy children, and we are here to celebrate living, learning, and growing. It's impressive to see that.
This school didn't seem that big either, but actually, as we explore, when we go down the hallways, we'll realize that there are a lot of rooms, a lot of classrooms. It's impressive.
And as we keep moving forward, we'll decide to go up to the upper floors and the atmosphere stays the same. That is to say, it's still just as creepy. We're going to come across some old student lockers, the typical American thing, and we're really happy about what we're finding. We're heading upstairs now.
Wow, 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 wow. You wanted lockers? Here they are.
Wow.
But everything really is still in this school.
All records.
This is exactly the kind of place where actually in France, if we had seen an abandoned school from the outside that looked like this, we would have definitely known there was nothing inside. We thought, we're in the US, why not? Now look at what's left. It's still crazy.
Go ahead, open the door.
Oh.
Look at that.
Whoa. There's still one classroom left, still intact.
Now that's crazy.
Wow.
We first saw that in Fukushima.
What did you tell me before we came in? I'd be shocked if we just found some chairs.
Yeah.
There you go. Gabriel Chokbare?
It's crazy, huh? It's impressive.
Each building we'll explore has its own story, which we'll explain in detail later, as it's too complex to cover everything now. But each place has a story among the 13,000 places, and that's impressive.
Look at that, seriously, there's moss growing inside. It's amazing to see that.
Really? I like this room because you can really see through it. The children's lives began earlier. No chairs are left, but some tables remain.
Yeah, it's striking, isn't it?
You feel like you're in the classroom just like we were back in the day.
And once again, all the books and textbooks there on the left.
Yeah. But honestly, apart from a few vandals who came, obviously a few things have been turned over, a few small tiles falling from the ceiling because of the water, well, you can see that nothing has really changed. All the chairs are still here, the board is still here. All the books, well...
It's just a few tags.
You can still see the water has caused a lot of damage. It's terrifying here, and there were little changing rooms for the kids where they could hang their little coats here.
Exactly.
If they misbehaved, they'd get hung up.
That's a crazy thing to say.
Obviously, we're in an abandoned school, so we found a huge gymnasium, also abandoned, which used to be full of life and activity. And here, it's really a very dead, post-apocalyptic atmosphere. It burned here, you know? Yeah.
Everything burned down. There was a fire here.
And it's clearly in this room that it started, you know, with all these doors here on the side.
Which maybe leads to the gym. Oh.
Incredible.
You can see soot on the ceiling.
It's huge. It's huge with those big bleachers like that.
That's the States.
And you can see that, unfortunately, it looks like a fire started here too.
I don't know if there's a lot of equipment. The floor is completely warped.
There was a big bump on the floor. You missed it, but we noticed. Look, there's a spot where a fire began. Why do people do that?
That even there in the middle.
There were once 3 basketball courts here. It's very
stylish. After exploring this school, we decided to take a little lunch break in a park where the guys are really at ease in such a dangerous city. And indeed, in this park, there was a police patrol. And interviewing a police patrol is something we really wanted to do to add more content to this video.
I gather my courage, approach a police officer and say, "Hi, I'm doing a report for my school. I'm 45. So, I gather my courage. I walk up to this police officer to ask him a few questions, and you'll see that his answer is pretty unsettling. So, I just went to talk to some police officers from the city of Gary, who were really nice and everything, so I basically asked him if he could give us his opinion on what's happening in the city. He told me they're not allowed to discuss what's happening in the city with the media or anyone else. Because they are, as he put it, quote-unquote, muzzled, censored, a bit censored. You need the supervisor's authorization. He gave me Gary's police chief's number to call for information and see if I can talk to someone. The funny thing is, he told me, I have plenty to say about the city, there's a lot happening. So, it's a shame that we can't talk to them, that we can't get a little story. I would have liked to just ask him a little something and all. But they're not allowed, so it's a shame.
We're a bit disappointed that we won't get an interview with a police officer, but it's okay, it's completely understandable. We're not going to lose hope for our documentary. We're going to head straight to an abandoned place, something we've really wanted to do, an abandoned bank.
You should know that this was our second attempt to explore a bank, because in the morning when we tried, unfortunately it didn't work out. Now we're in this one, it's open. I think it's every urban explorer's dream to come across a bank like this, so we're exploring, and honestly we're amazed by what we're seeing. Actually, you need to know something here. I can just see Gabriel smiling a lot behind the camera. I have no idea what this is about. Even though I have a little idea, since I think we're in an abandoned bank.
You're right.
But what's left?
There wasn't any trick. There's not much, it's completely empty.
But the vault is still there. All the safes are in the back.
No, shut up.
Yes, I'm reselling. The door!
This morning we tried to explore an abandoned bank but couldn't because it was locked. And now...
Dude, the bank in Gary. Did you see the size of the door? I'm gonna cry. It's moving.
Did you see that? Yeah, it's a shame there are all those tags, unfortunately. holy cow. The weight of the door. Incredible. And here we have access to a bank.
A bank. Look at this.
Oh, not huge, but enough. Very small boxes with wedding heads everywhere. It's completely rusted.
They're still there.
Right.
And in the back?
What's there? It's very big. It must have been totally looted.
It's obvious that this was looted. You see, every safe always has two locks. One for the owner of the box and one for the...
Agent,
of the bank.
it's incredible what we're seeing here. We've never seen an abandoned bank before.
And there you see there's just a small room. It looks like a fire was started here. But surely things of great value were stored here. Maybe cash,
Oh damn, yeah, there must be another safe.
treasury bonds, etc. Yeah, I think there will be another separate safe that actually belonged to the bank, and all of this was for the public. This abandoned bank also has a very dark history. The director of this bank committed suicide in the 1930s because he couldn't cope with the Great Depression. The city of Decay continued to use the bank as an administrative office, but finally abandoned it in the 1990s, and it hasn't changed since then. So unfortunately, the condition of this bank is quite dilapidated. There are a lot of things that have really deteriorated, burned, and so on. But you can still find access to the basement. We're still going to find all the archives of this bank. There's a rather unique atmosphere.
Did you see?
It's intense. All of that, that's the locks right there.
They've been removed, obviously.
Unbelievable. That's the best discovery of the day right there.
We've dreamed of finding an abandoned bank for so long.
It's in poor condition, but the vault remains impressive.
It's just the big metal door with the round part.
The bars and the small safes behind them. It's crazy. Even the bank's atmosphere is incredible. Unfortunately, there's a bit of fire damage. It's still original. It used to be a beautiful building. After touring this bank, we'll head to the next spot, which turns out to be an abandoned garage with a lot of vehicles left inside. Some of them are very unusual, as you'll see. Unfortunately, it has also experienced a fire.
We're visiting a place we saw long ago and even posted stories about it. And it turns out that it's actually locked up. And it contains some very interesting cars. Like for example this Lamborghini that you can see right there. At least what's left of it.
The place was set on fire a year ago, I think. There you can see what got burned. It's a Lamborghini kit car. Look at the size of that light.
But it's smoking!
I think it's cold, right?
No, but it's actually weird.
Are you gonna wipe it like that?
I'll see if the logo is still there. That's nice.
Anyway, you can see the two big exhaust pipes. There's not much left. In the back, man, there are some cars that aren't burnt. There's a limousine that's not burnt.
Oh, incredible.
Look at the size of that one.
Is 8 kilometers long.
That was a limousine.
Absolutely, you needed a car just to get to the other end of the car. And by the way, we knew this garage well. We had done a lot of research on it because there was an abandoned Lamborghini there. Unfortunately, when we got there, we realized it had been burned. But that's not all. We're also surprised by some very luxurious vehicles at the back of the garage.
First, you can see a huge camper van that survived the flames. And you can see a little path there. A camper van with a surprisingly nice interior. Oh man, that limousine.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
Isn't it splendid? Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, I like it. First off, the red one is a limousine.
Yeah.
But look,
She's incredible.
there you can see all the burnt cars. Look at this limousine. To be able to get on the roof. Look at that, man. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is. With a little leopard print steering wheel? No way, yes. Ah, incredible.
Oh yeah, so the middle doesn't open.
Yeah, I think it had to be on the other side.
It had to be in the back there.
Ah, yes, I think it had to be on the other side too. I mean, a door.
Yes.
Because that one is going to block you.
Let's go check the other side.
And here we find ourselves facing two limousines in very good condition. We have no idea how they could have come through the fire so untouched, but we're very happy. And we're going to find out the make of these vehicles, and then we're going to be shocked. This is crazy. What?
Did you see the brand of the car?
I don't know. I'd say a Jaguar. It's Bentley. Check the front and the steering wheel. Ah.
It's a Bentley limousine.
I think the ones that burned were the same. We're not sure what the red one is. It's a Bentley limousine. Damn, look at that. We're showing the steering wheel again. What's it like inside? That's crazy.
Let's go.
There are still the green leopards too. Driver, let's go. Welcome to a Bentley limousine. Ah, les gars. We're so far out here, there's no water. There you go, my foot reaches all the way there.
There are big speakers. Light. The little green ones are still left since they were separated with the driver. A small phone was used to contact him.
Incredible.
The little green ones that are still there. That's a crazy discovery. It's almost cooler than the Lorbeau. Yeah, it is.
The Lorbeau was in good shape and really cool, but it didn't age well. But this, it's insane.
It's really insane. It's the first time we found a limousine. And it's the first time we found a Bentley. That's a lot in this video. It's incredible.
Gary has a lot of surprises in store for us.
Many rumors are spreading about this garage, especially that the cars here are stolen. There's a Lamborghini in pieces here that was hit hard by the fire that mysteriously broke out at the beginning of the year. Later, we were lucky to find this Bentley, actually a Lincoln Town car, which survived the fire. And we still wonder why so many luxury cars were stored in this abandoned garage in the heart of Gary. Unfortunately, we'll probably never get the answer. We're fortunate this Bentley limousine is well preserved with much of the interior still intact. We're happy and honestly didn't expect to find a limousine in a city with 13,000 abandoned places.
And if you love the 1-hour documentary formats we've already done like this one, don't hesitate to let us know by giving us a big thumbs up and telling us in the comments what big format you'd like to see on the channel.
It's really important, give us your thumbs up.
The logo on the back is even cooler.
Plus, it must be lit up. Wow, I didn't know about this logo.
Bentley.
Bentley, you know?
Have you seen the commercial with the girl doing Bentley?
Yes, Bentley, of course.
This abandoned city has many public buildings like those we've seen, as well as numerous private homes and residences. That won't be our specific goal to explore them because, in fact, houses are much more likely to be squatted, or they might still have owners either nearby or far away who could be armed. Remember, we're in one of the most dangerous cities in the United States. Look at that on the side. It's completely abandoned, on the left too. We're on a street here. There are even cars here. Look at them.
They're all abandoned. The first one, maybe not. The next two are abandoned. On the left, they're abandoned too. They're all abandoned. And you can see there are still things left inside. It's catastrophic. It's terrifying to see. Look at that.
All the sides are boarded up there.
The atmosphere is really creepy here. But here anyway, what you can see is that 1 in 3 houses is abandoned. It's much higher here because they're all abandoned. And here, it goes on. Another abandoned house, another 2 abandoned houses on the left, 3 abandoned houses, 4. Those 4 there are abandoned.
But there are still cars ahead, which is odd.
No, not that. I'm in front of it, but not that. Oh, the sequence of license plates and everything. Oh, it's open inside. So what we're going to do is actually walk around the streets and just see how many abandoned houses there are over there. I think nearly 2/3 of the houses are abandoned in this city, which is crazy.
It creates a strange atmosphere as you walk around, seeing abandoned houses mixed with normal ones.
And especially since no one takes care of the houses, so they're totally run down, water leaks everywhere, and many of them have been set on fire.
There are likely still many criminal activities occurring in some of them. There's an abandoned limousine over there too.
Yeah!
Wait, but that's Rovan, right?
Well, yeah, I know, it's Rovan, I see her.
Dude, the vibe, very stylish. Oh, is that a Rolls?
A Rolls? It's a Rolls, it's a Rolls.
Man,
What? It's a Rolls Royce. What?
wait, I'm getting the address.
It's a Rolls Royce, the angel is still on the hood.
Don't go too far, I'll send our location.
There's a Rolls Royce?
An abandoned Rolls Royce is right in front of us.
That's crazy. And there, the little angel, that's insane, wow.
Dude, look, right.
There, on the left. On the left, everything is abandoned. There you go. On the right too. Look there, look there, look. Wow. Where did she come from? Okay, he has a house behind. Completely abandoned. Something crazy in this town. An incredible thing, tell us. We've said it several times. There are more than 13,000 abandoned places in this city.
Confirmed.
That's huge, 13,000, it's really huge.
Doge Flex.
Doge Flex. 13,000 abandoned places, more than a third of the houses left deserted, with no one inside anymore. 21 schools that have closed in the last 10 years. The city has been left to decay. But what's in a city that's been left to decay? Abandoned houses, yes. Lots of abandoned houses. Lots and lots. Tens of thousands. Tens of thousands. No, thousands. Thousands. About 10,000. How much does it cost? If I want to become a homeowner in Gary, how much do you think I have to pay?
How much?
What would be the average price of a house here if I bought one? It's not hard to find an abandoned house in Gary because there are thousands of them. To revive the market, some houses have been sold for €1. Entire streets are abandoned and deserted, with no sign of life, affecting both single-family homes and subdivisions. It must be said that living in Gary, you have a 1 in 30 chance of having your home burglarized. Many people have decided to leave and have left vacant houses behind them. But the fact remains that nearly 35% of the houses in Gary are abandoned. And for those who followed us on Instagram when we were there, or even when we went live while exploring this city, we talked about the fact that there was a very famous person who lived, and especially was born in this city, who is none other than Michael Jackson.
So we obviously decided to go in front of his house, which it should be noted is not abandoned. It was sold, it's probably worth a lot because it's still Michael Jackson's house. We found ourselves in front of it, there are commemorative plaques and it's really impressive to see.
As we mentioned, one of the celebrities who grew up in Gary was Michael Jackson, which is no small thing. And the house where he grew up is right behind me. And you can see that it's very well maintained, unlike everything around us.
There's a security fence.
There's a security fence, and both the grass and fence are very well kept. It's beautiful to see this again and to think that Michael Jackson was born here and grew up here during his early years.
There are a few houses in his school.
Exactly, it's just 2 blocks away and abandoned, but we won't explore it due to possible bacteriological risks.
Very high, signs we've never seen before.
We're going to avoid risks. There are still plenty of places to explore in Garrick. Join us. And we were really impressed by the number of people who go to Garrick just to see this house, because we must have stayed there for about 10 minutes, I think, and we saw almost 10 people who came just to see it.
They take pride in Michael Jackson being from Garrick. I believe the police officer told you about Michael.
Yeah, that's right. He also told us that we had to go to the casino at the end of the street, and that there were lots of Michael Jackson's items on display, like his glove, for example.
So, Michael Jackson spent his early childhood in Garrick. He went to school in Garrick, and as we told you, a lot of schools have been abandoned in this town, including Michael Jackson's school.
Walking around this school, we see signs warning of a toxic atmosphere inside, requiring special suits to enter. It's a bit scary, we don't know if it's true or not, but in any case, we're not going to take the risk of going inside, knowing that we're not equipped for it at all. So we're going to go to another place which is quite common in the United States, funeral homes.
At this funeral home, we're quickly going to find an open window and we'll decide to go inside. And there, the atmosphere is really terrible because everything is a mess. There are a few little things that are turned on, so there's electricity, and I'm really afraid of setting off an alarm. We're going into a funeral home up there. Look at the mess. It must have been abandoned recently. I hope there's no one inside. The light just came on. Subtitling company. Not at all intentional, is it? For 2 minutes.
There's a little more time.
Yeah. That's the whole intention. Subtitling by Société Radio-Canada. Wow. There's so much stuff. The vibe is so weird. Come on, let's do this. The weather that's waiting for me outside. I don't know why the sports equipment is gone. Lots of desks, that kind of stuff. Well, it's like little crucifixes. I hope there are no detectors or alarms.
Yeah.
It stinks. That's how it is in South Canada.
C'est la porte d'entrée.
He's going... The offices are in perfect condition. I'm really not comfortable being here at all because it looks very clean. There are sensors for the lights. It looks really stylish. But there's nothing. Something got triggered over there and now I'm going to get closer. The light is going to turn on. There you go. Is that all we have back there? There's nothing, no mountain range. Since the place was really way too messy and there wasn't really anything interesting to film, we decided not to linger there because it was really very strange. And we decided to go to an iconic place in Gary, the church. We're just over to the right. Look, it's really open right on the street like that. I think it's going to be amazing because we've already seen a few pictures. That's what I saw in the picture. And guys, it's behind me.
It's beautiful, I see. Incredible.
Wow. Look at that.
That's so cool.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of tags which we personally don't like.
If I didn't find the main part, she couldn't work because he would wait.
The throne, there you go.
Now I'm comfortable here.
The little FPV shot.
And that way I can read the chat. Oh yes, it's incredible.
It's magnificent.
This church was really very dilapidated, but we explored it mainly because we found it beautiful, and we actually took some very beautiful photos that you can find on Instagram. We just wanted to share our exploration of the church and its atmosphere. Magnificent, insane, I love it. Yes, you want it, and we take you to do nice things. Here, you can't say you're not at peace in your life and you can explore an abandoned church. Isn't that incredible?
With the broken tiles like that. Oh, the photo is amazing. Look at the ceiling, it's about to collapse. If it falls, you're dead. I have 3 lives, it's fine, you're good. It's raining a bit. Dude, that's so cool.
There's nothing heavy left. Exactly.
Look up there. The stained glass windows. Look at this, it's incredible. The ceiling is completely gone. Unfortunately, tags are everywhere. We're really not fans at all of people who come here to tag, especially not in this kind of very iconic place.
This abandoned church is now a well-known symbol of Gary. It was abandoned in 1975 because the congregation gradually left the city and the church's fortune dwindled over the past few years. Many people are doing everything they can to try to save this church, but for now nothing is working.
We explored this church live with you, which was cool because you discovered it in real time. You could see we were stressed, worried something might fall on our heads. So we're not necessarily going to stay here much longer. And we saw a building in the distance, what looked like a convention center that is a huge abandoned stadium. And we're going to head there, still live.
It looks completely abandoned.
Convention center.
It's gigantic.
If we can get in there, man. What's it for in there?
Prototype American Eagle security.
That goes to the construction work.
Are you kidding? It's abandoned, obviously, and completely unprotected.
Come on, let's go stick our nose in there.
Window, let's just peek in.
Do you want me to do it? Wow, it's huge, that stadium. Did you see it up there?
That stadium!
Oh!
After searching for several minutes, we'll find a way in through the parking lot that leads onto the convention center roof. We immediately see police waiting below. Figuring we're already in trouble, we decide to try entering the convention center, but things don't go as planned. If we can get in through the roof.
Let's go, you see? Like, is there a way through or is it dangerous? We need to get there quickly. Oh shit.
There's a police station just down there, swear! I'm not joking. What do?
We wait. We try to crawl over there. It's a bit risky.
We play dumb and go in.
We can try?
We're going out?
They sounded the siren, if you heard that. It looks open over there. We're sneaking into an abandoned stadium. It looks really big, yeah, I think we're good. I'll go take a quick look. There's a staircase going down. Will we have access to everything else from here? Closed doors.
Shit.
So if there's a hole in the wall here, it's probably not for nothing. It leads into the drop ceiling. You could go from here to there. It's a hassle. There is indeed a small gap that allows us to access one area of the stadium, but from that area, it's very complicated to get to the rest. So we're going to say that this exploration isn't for today because let's not forget that the police are still downstairs. So we're going to turn back and then we're going to have a little surprise when we get to the foot of the building. Many people are here, and if we find the right door, it's open, exactly where the police were before. It rarely happens, but sometimes you try a door like that doesn't look locked and yet it's open. The thing is, when we do this kind of thing, we look really suspicious. And if the police come by... Oh yeah. Oh, I'm waiting for you. Yeah. Stop fighting. The police. Yeah.
What?
That's it. You're going to see them now. There they are, right there. They took their little walk, and so they're coming back.
He thinks we're going to leave him alone.
This building, yeah.
We can't enter this convention center or see the stadium inside, but don't worry. Out of 13,000 abandoned places, there's sure to be another stadium. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to find another one. In a city where unemployment, unsafe conditions, and crime are everywhere, in a city that holds the sad record for the highest crime rate in the United States, how can a better future be possible? If significant measures are taken to address the ongoing decline, the brain drain, and the persistent safety problems, then Gary might be able to regain its former glory. But if nothing is done, it's likely that Gary will continue its downward spiral and that the current situation will only get worse.
And here we find ourselves in a stadium that is, I must say, quite large.
Completely abandoned.
Where we were supposed to play rugby, right?
No, American football.
Oh yeah, I'm stupid.
That abandoned stadium belongs to the school that's just behind it. We checked out that school, and though it's only been abandoned for 4 years, it's basically impossible to explore. But the stadium is still impressive, which highlights the city's abandonment since places like that aren't used anymore.
This time, it's a stadium that's outdoors, really huge, with American football goalposts. And now the goal is to get to the very top of the stands, and that's what we're going to do.
Let's go.
We're climbing all the way up there. We're getting up to the stands. Ah, look at the view we've got. It's not the stadium.
It's this stadium that's completely abandoned and no student has set foot on the track for 4 years.
But surely Michael Jackson back in the day.
It wasn't his school.
No, but he used to come here for fun on Sundays. That's his house, we can see right over there.
Can we see it there? Oh yeah, it's right there, it's right there. This was the last exploration for this report. We did several and covered everything we wanted in Gary, spending 2 days to experience the area's diversity.
We were really happy with all the unusual explorations we were able to do because there were so many things we had never seen anywhere else, especially the abandoned limousines and the bank, and that really left an impression on us.
We hope that this format, which is a bit longer than usual and has a lot of exploration and variety, was enjoyable for you. Don't hesitate to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, it's really important. See you next Saturday at 6 p.m. This was Gabriel and Corentin.
Bye!